Okay, last time we put the main bearings in, the 302 for the Zephyr project. Today we're going to put the timing chain and oil pump on and see what else we can get together. Gonna make sure we get the crank dialed in just right. Just give her a little bump, 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 bump. A little more. And the old camshaft rotated just a fuzz here. See if we can slip the timing gear. This is going to take both hands. So I'm going to put you guys back on the stand. Dots lined up. She's tight. Too far up the top first. Pretty well lined up. So it might be in a little bit far at first. Just have to give her a little turn while I'm doing it. There it is. Just has to be lined up. Now push that on a little bit more. Push that on a little bit more. That's Cloy's. Cloy's timing set. Bring it around, make sure everything is in line. It's hard to tell. Better grab another tool. You can see the key shaft, the dot on the top gear, and the dot here. Everything's lined up. Now we'll put the slinger and retainer back on. It's got a little index here for the slinger, goes in the dowel hole, and then the cam retainer goes right there. Oh. Run it down like that, and then we'll torque it down. Got our torque wrench set. We'll hold the crankshaft and torque that bad boy down. I always like the double clicker. Some people soak that timing chain in oil. I'm just going to give her a little drizzle here. That'll be fine. Good enough. We've got a new milling oil pump here, and I do have the gasket that came with my kit, but I don't know, I see a gasket sticking out of the oil pump box here. Kind of like the one that came with the oil pump. I like the way it looks. It's a different composition. It's this darker material. Melling also sent the pickup tube gasket. It's the darker material, but for this base mounting gasket, I think I'm going with the brown composite type gasket. Just stab the drive in there. Better just stick it in the oil pump and stab it in there. See if we can get a bolt started here. Well, it didn't work out. Take two. Let's try again. Gasket lined up there. Hold my finger against that there. There we go. You know what? I've grabbed the wrong bolts. That's probably why that's not feeling right. There we go. Make sure your oil pumps got the right bolts in it. Those bolts were for the pickup tube. Lifted up there just enough to see that we're in the right place. With the distributor drive. Yeah, looks good. Okay. And the oil pump should be torqued to 28, and there's really no way to get my torque wrench in there. I'm going to run them down by hand, get it all in place, and then I may try to run an extension down through there, see where I'm at. So, what's going on here? Yeah, I can't even get a box end wrench on that. It is a pretty thick box, but see if I got a thin wall. Well, I tried my resources on a thin wall socket, and I've got nothing that I can get in there with a torque wrench. And very few wrenches, this little short guy here, so we're gonna go down to snug and call that 28 foot-pounds. That's all I can do. We've rinsed out the suction tube here, rinsed it out with some kerosene. It was actually pretty darn clean, so wasn't much of that. I'm gonna just put this nut on here, on the old stud bolt here, find my gasket and bolts for this. And again, both of the gaskets that I had in the kit and the one that came with the look like the same composition, so no questions there. And I've got the gasket on there backwards. Let's go back. Okay, it can only go one way. I mean, it could go two ways, but it's symmetrical, so there's a pressure relief little freeze plug type deal there. I thought maybe it covered that up. It does not. It just seals the siphon tube, suction tube. This lower bolt's giving me a little bit of trouble. Huh. What in the wide world of sports is going on there? You gotta be cracking me, man. What the F? Okay, just a little bit of resistance. It's all good. We'll use the old left-handed torque wrench there. And the same goes for the retainer out here. Okay. Oil pump's on, timing chain's on. Let's see what else we can get into. I ran into a snag. I don't have the bolts or a water pump for the timing cover. I do have the seal for the timing cover. Might go ahead and put that in. And to continue work, I might pull the valve springs out of the cylinder heads. I'll clean those up. They appeared to hold pressure. And reseal the stems on the heads. Okay, we got some bolts ordered for the water pump cover, and a water pump coming. Nobody had the bolts in town. I wanted the kind with the shoulder on it in case I need to bolt a bracket to it. You know, they got a stud that sticks out past the end of the bolt on that timing cover. Goes through the water pump. In case I need to bolt something on it later, I'll have that stud there sticking out for accessories. So I decided to work on the cylinder heads, and I'm popping the valves out, checking them out, putting new umbrella seals in. As we can see, this one here was no longer rubber, it was hard as concrete. But we're going to replace these valve guide seals. I'm checking the seats and lap on the valves, putting a little spin on them. So far so good. Stay tuned. I'm going to try to get this little punch down in here, right on the edge of that. Perfect. Right tool. See if we can pull the retainers out. Didn't have enough bite on it. You can turn this handle around and around to get more bite, but if you just screw it down on the spring further, well, that's not going to work. Let's go around one more time with the handle, and we slipped out. Yeah, this tool sucks. Need 14 hands. I've done this before. The head's on the vehicle, in the vehicle, with the air compressor hooked to the spark plug hole to hold the valves up. Now when you do that, you want to make sure you're on top dead center, because they will if you lose it, you have the piston there to catch the valve. And it's not a 20-minute job doing it like that or like this. Get that back retainer out. Second retainer's out. And we'll just move to the next one. And rinse and repeat. With my little brass hammer when they're stuck like that. And I use a rag underneath, being I don't have and apparently this guide was up, or seal was up a little bit. Let's push that down. I won't show you all of these. Get pretty boring, as most of my videos are. Get this umbrella off of here. As you can see, they're pretty brittle. I'll slip this on there. Get a bite on it. Got to be off of the retainers. Now we try again. Back it up one. Depends on where you're getting the spring, where it works best for you. Then you can bring the second one around, pop him out, get that off there, knock half your shit on the floor. Take that seal off. And you slide your new one down. Like that. Pull it up, make sure she's on there, and release. Some go better than others. I did get one cylinder head resealed tonight. I did check a few of the valves. Color was good in the head. don't think there was anything wrong with the valves. I just wanted to reseal them. I got the complete gasket set, might as well use it. I'm not going to bore you doing all 16 valves, resealing those. Get some more parts in for the block. We'll be bolting this thing back together. Till next time, like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.